For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was not merely a source of water, but a sacred gift from the gods that dictated the very life and death of the entire kingdom. For this reason, they worshipped Sobek, the crocodile-headed god, lord of the river and symbol of power, fertility, and protection. It was believed that Sobek controlled the flow of the Nile, safeguarded crops, and brought prosperity to the land. And that is the topic we will explore in this video. God Sobek, the god of the Nile. Please note that all the information in this video has been gathered and compiled from multiple sources, so if there are any errors, feel free to leave a comment below the video. Long before, Egypt was merely a barren strip of land submerged in chaos. From the primordial waters of Nu, a realm containing all potential yet completely formless, a massive dark shadow parted the waters and emerged. That was Sobek. Sobek emerged with the body of an ancient crocodile, his powerful tail heavy with scales as tough as steel, and razor-sharp jaws that could tear through solid boulders. As Sobek stretched and let out his very first roar, the land of Egypt trembled. The primordial waters followed in the deity's footsteps, rushing into the earth and carving straight through the scorched desert to form the primordial shape of the Nile. The ancient Egyptians saw the god Sobek in every violent wave. They saw him when Nile crocodiles, up to 18 cubits long, silently parted the waters in the night, their piercing gold eyes reflecting the sunlight. For the people who clung to the riverbanks, Sobek was destiny. He brought the life-giving waters, yet stood ready to devour anyone who dared desecrate his realm. Sobek's sweat turned into life-giving dewdrops. The thrashing of his tail along the riverbed pushed rich black silt onto the riverbanks. Yet to earn that favor, humanity had to learn to live alongside terror. They erected temples of mud and reed along the riverbanks, offering the god slabs of raw meat and hushed prayers chanted in reverent dread. With the turning of the eras, the divine order was forged. The god Osiris ascended to reign over the mortal realm, ushering in the dawn of civilization and sacred law. As jealousy festered, Seth, god of the desert and storm, committed the ultimate sacrilege by murdering his own brother. Seth butchered the body of Osiris into 11 fragments and cast them into the depths of the Nile, intending for the swirling currents to scatter them into oblivion and forever deny Osiris his rebirth. The sacred Nile turned crimson with agony, and the river beasts of the desert began to rise from the depths. Driven by heartbreaking grief, the goddess Isis and her sister Nephthys transformed into falcons, soaring along the entire expanse of the river in search of her husband's severed remains. Yet the raging deep waters and hordes of monsters barred Isis from ever reaching the riverbed. At her darkest hour of despair, the god Sobek emerged from the depths, bearing the scattered remains of Osiris to return them to Isis. Through that noble act, Osiris was resurrected to become the supreme lord of the underworld. Placing her hand upon Sobek's formidable crocodilian head, the goddess Isis bestowed a divine favor. Henceforth, Sobek would reign not only as a god of destruction, but as the deity of restoration and rebirth. From that moment on, his ferocious jaws brought not only death, but held the power to heal the wounds of the cosmos itself. Pharaoh Amenemhet III executed one of the greatest engineering marvels of the ancient world, transforming wild, untamed marshlands into the most fertile agricultural haven in all of Egypt. At the heart of this thriving realm stood the sacred city of Shedet, known to the Greeks in later ages as Crocodilopolis, the city of the crocodile. In Shedet, within the sacred temple of Sobek, the priests nurtured a carefully chosen Nile crocodile that served as the living incarnation of the god Sobek on earth. This revered crocodile, known as Petsuchos, lived a life of royal grandeur. His ears were pierced with gold rings encrusted with gems, and his forelegs were bound with heavy, gleaming gold bangles. When Petsuchos passed away by natural decree, his body was mummified with the most precious aromatics, wrapped in fine linen, and laid to rest inside majestic limestone tombs reserved for royalty. Sobek's divine image merged with the sun god Ra, becoming Sobek Ra. He was depicted wearing a radiant sun disk crown atop his crocodilian head. No longer confined to the river depths, he sailed across the sky alongside Ra each morning aboard the solar barge and plunged into the underworld by night to battle the chaos serpent Apophis, safeguarding the very survival of the cosmos. Before marching into battle, the pharaohs entered the sacred temple of Sobek. Kneeling before the deity's statue, they prayed for the god to infuse them with unyielding power and the ruthless courage of the crocodile to crush foreign invaders. As Egypt entered the Ptolemaic kingdom, the unique temple of Ombo was erected along the edge of the Nile in Upper Egypt. Unlike any other sanctuary across the ancient world, which honored only a single patron deity, Ombo was designed with flawless symmetry along a central axis. The left half was dedicated to Ares, Horus, the falcon-headed god of the sky, embodying light, cosmic order, and the art of healing. The right half belonged entirely to Sobek, the crocodile-headed deity commanding primordial power, the mighty Nile, and relentless ferocity. At Ombo, Sobek was venerated as a deity of profound healing. The afflicted and battle-scarred warriors journeyed here from every corner of the land. They lay within the temple's grand colonnades, listening to the Nile's waters crashing against the stone walls, trusting that Sobek's primordial power of rebirth would seep into their dreams, mending broken bones and cleansing festering wounds. At Ombo, wall reliefs preserved to this day still depict the oldest surgical instruments in recorded history: scalpels, forceps, needles, carved alongside the image of Sobek bestowing his smiling blessing. Today, as archaeologists excavate the parched sands of Fayum and Ombo, they uncover thousands of meticulously stacked crocodile mummies, ranging from colossal beasts 5 meters long to unhatched eggs carefully wrapped in fine linen. Each stands as enduring testament to a faith that spanned over 3,000 years. Sobek embodied the true essence of Egypt's nature, merciful yet relentless, bestowing life while ever ready to reclaim it. He was the living incarnation of the Nile, a river never at rest, forever churning with rich silt, nourishing one of the greatest civilizations in human history beneath the silent, majestic gaze of the crocodile-headed god. What do you think about this video? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss our latest videos. Thank you.